Hello, everybody. Welcome to Anime-Zing Radio here on YouTube. This is a quick little test session, uh, kind of an introduction for us to the YouTube viewers out there, and also give a little history about the show, who we are, what we do, and have fun with this. It's been a long time coming since we really should have probably been streaming on YouTube a lot sooner, but things have been fun over at Blog Talk Radio, and we just had our last show on there, which we simulcast here on our YouTube channel. We also have a Facebook page if you want to contact us more. Find us over on facebook.com/Anime-Zing Radio. And we'd love to hear from you if you have ideas of guests that you want us to try to get. If you enjoy the content that we've been putting out, please hit the like button on there. Subscribe to the channel. We are going to be doing weekly shows at least once a week, sometimes maybe 2 or 3 times a week, depending on ideas and things. I've got a lot of ideas I want to try and a lot of different things. Joining us in a little while is going to be the co-host for Anime-Zing Radio, so you get to see both of us here. But I thought it would be fun. As I said, my name is Doug Engler. I am the host and the creator of the show. I started Anime-Zing Radio back on April 6th of 2014. And I had to think about that for a minute. We've been doing this show for 7.5 years. We've had an amazing time. What gave me the idea to actually do this show is I was a co-host on another internet radio show called Crossing the Void Radio with Scott Hare on what was then known as the Hazy Radio Network. Unfortunately, Hazy no longer is in existence, but a big thank you to Zeta Osk, who founded Hazy Radio and allowed us to put on a lot of different shows, everything from paranormal to music to anime talk. But when I was co-hosting with Scott Hare, we brought on a lot of different type of pop culture guests, a lot of paranormal guests, and a lot of independent music groups, which was a lot of fun. Got to talk with some amazing people. And that's where we found one of our good friends and sponsors for Anime-Zing Radio, Gavin Gosko with Home Circle Media. And from talking with everybody, we ended up having an issue for one episode. We used to broadcast on Wednesday nights, and we had an issue on Sunday where our guest for that week had a family emergency and wasn't going to be available. So on a whim, I sent a message out to a well-known voice actress who responded back pretty quickly. And I thought that was really cool. And so I got her in touch with our booking director. And that went, Wednesday, the day of the show, at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I get a message saying that everything is confirmed for the show. And we ended up, I got out of work at like 6. The show started at 8. So I had like an hour and a half to promote this show. And Jeremy Lee was going to be the guest. And it was an amazing show. She said she could probably only stay for a little bit of time. She was on with us for over an hour and a half. And, just such a sweet person, had a lot of fun. That opened the door to thinking maybe we could get other voice actors on Crossing the Void, which led to us interviewing Todd Habercorn, Tia Ballard, Terry Doty. And after 4 or 5 successful interviews with these amazingly talented voice actors, I started thinking it might be fun to do an anime-themed talk show. Which it wasn't an easy task to go, and I had to get a lot of persuasion from, Scott and our booking producer and everything. But eventually I decided to take the step forward and doing the show. And like I said, after about 6 months of planning and sending out emails and getting in contact with a lot of amazing people, we debuted on, like I said, April 4th or April 6th of 2014. Tia Ballard was our first ever guest, and it's been a crazy ride ever since. I had a lot of fun doing this show. I've talked with some amazing people, some of the guests that we've had in the past 7.5 years. It just blows my mind. Everybody from the talented voice actors to, we had Bang Zoom Studios, the president and the casting director joined us. We've had multiple conventions we've worked with, bringing them on the show to promote. Everybody from Northeast Comic Con to Anime Boston, Chase Con, Plattsburgh Comic Con, even conventions around the country. I know we had one that was like in Tennessee. We had Nomakai Dallas we worked with. So we've had a lot of amazing people on, and we also have had amazingly talented cosplayers and artists and gamers and musicians, and I can't say enough about the people we've had on the show. We don't have everything up on our page that we really want to here on YouTube, but I am planning on editing all of our stuff. I downloaded everything off of Blog Talk Radio. I've got 264 episodes that we aired on Blog Talk. Only a handful of them are up here on YouTube already. Going to be working on getting more of those up and edited so we can get them up. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to cut out the commercial breaks where we were playing songs and things. And we may change things up a little bit here with the YouTube side of stuff. We may not go 2 hours like we used to. Also, we may switch things up when we have guests, because I don't think we're going to be able to have guests on for a full 2 hours, because they have busy lives and things. So I'm going to try to bring in guests on at the start of the show and allow them to stay as long as they would like. And a big hello, Mario. I hope everything's going well. It's great to see you in the chat. And anybody out there, if you're tuning in, you're in the chat, feel free to ask us questions if you want to know more about the show. We've got some great guests that are lined up, including our official debut Anime-Zing radio show is going to be this Sunday. It's just going to be Darren, our co-host, and myself. And we're going to figure out a good subject to talk about. And we're always open to ideas. If you out there listening in, you have ideas that you want to do for the show, if you have topics you want us to cover, let us know. We love hearing from you guys. Mario has been an amazing fan of the show for years, and really hearts out to you, Mario, for coming on and just hanging with us on a weekly basis, and even being brave enough to come on the air. I know that it's not always the easiest thing to come on a talk show and be a part of it, especially now when it's going to be video. This is a whole new thing. I'm not used to having the camera on me. I'm not used to the video side of things. So there's going to be a lot of changes, a lot of different things. I may occasionally put different figures out here or things of that nature. Of all things, the camera currently is set up. I don't know if I can turn this around to where you can see it, but the camera is set up on an anime box so that instead of looking up my nose, you can actually see me. So I apologize for the shakiness of the camera. And there we go. Things are set back up. And Mario says, doing great. Honestly, didn't expect an impromptu show coming out of nowhere. Yeah, I was thinking, we've tested StreamYard, our new streaming platform, a couple of times, but we never went live with it. So I figured, let's go live. Let's see how things turn out. See how easy it is to get it set up with YouTube and everything. And, Douglas Shute, who recommended it, also Rusty Gilligan recommended StreamYard to us. This has been really easy. in all honesty. So big thank you to them. Thank you to Douglas Shute and Victory Condition Gaming guys over at the Chaotic Goodcast podcast for having me on with them not this past Monday, but 2 Mondays ago. Had a great time chatting with everybody. If you want a good show, check them out. And that leads me to one of the ideas that I was having. We do the anime-based show on Sunday nights. But I've had ideas that I've wanted to throw out there, and I'm curious to get opinions from other people. I know that there's a lot of YouTube videos out there of people reviewing videos or reaction videos to different YouTube videos or Twitch streams or things of that nature. But I don't know if there's anybody out there who sits there and does reviews of other YouTubers themselves. Not just one particular video, but talks more about the creators of the content. And that's something I was thinking about doing. And I have quite a few people in mind that I want to start doing little streams about. They might just be 10, 15-minute long videos, just quick things. Some of the YouTubers that I enjoy watching. I'm not going to mention any names right now, but I've got quite a few that I enjoy, and some are anime related, some are game related, some are music related, and so touch on a bunch of different side of things, and but yeah, this is just a little fun test, and I'm just waiting on Darren. Darren's been he had a little issue at home that he's dealing with right now, so he should be on soon. Also, I want to throw a big thank you out to Lindsay Shepard, Morgan, Macy Ann Johnson, Megan Shipman, Emmy Lowe, and Giovanni Cruz, who joined us this past Sunday on Anime-Zing Radio for the Show by Rock Mashumaresh special. That was a lot of fun. And Mario says, if you're going to do that, referring to the YouTubers review, says, please be careful. I'm going to be pretty tasteful. I'm only going to be talking about the ones that I personally enjoy watching. So I can't really say I'm not going to be bashing anybody. If anything, it might help get some new people to enjoy their streams. And a lot of them, like a lot of the gamers and stuff, I found because they play with other gamers that I may have been watching previous or covered similar content. There are some that I started watching years ago, and it introduced me to games like Stardew Valley or Among Us, or different modded versions of Among Us and Minecraft and things like that. So, ideas. I also have ideas of other guests that I want to bring on the show for like special, random shows during the week that aren't exactly Anime-Zing Radio typical guests, but I've got people that I want to talk to you about bringing on, including people from the disc golf world. And some of the other hobbies I have. Might be fun to talk paranormal again. Find some paranormal related guests, whether it be ghost whether it be ghost hunters or cryptozoologists, UFOs, whatever the case may be. It might be fun to jump out into some of the old subjects that we used to talk about. I mean, having a new platform here, the door is wide open. We also have the door open to live stream more from conventions. If we have internet connection, thanks to our new streaming platform, we could set up a camera, have a table set up at a convention somewhere, and just stream while there. And enjoy a little drink there. Try to wet the throat because it's getting a little dry. As you can see, I've got a bunch of different stuff. I've got some up over here. Where is it? We got some great artwork that we've got collected throughout the years at different conventions. This one right above the finger, that's a Sean Doonan piece. The one above it, that I forget where we got the one above it from. Over the other shoulder, up over here, the little corner is a handkerchief of Megamine that, the box that I currently have the camera sitting on. So going to have some fun with trying different things. It's going to be a learning process for the first few weeks. Our first guest for Anime-Zing Radio after coming full-time to YouTube is going to be Mario Bueno. You can find him hanging out with the gang at the virtual Crunchyroll Expo. That's going to be going on here in a couple weeks. So definitely, if you haven't checked out Crunchyroll Expo and everything they have going on yet, it's going to be fun. I mean, I know it's weird to have the virtual conventions still, but I think it was a cool thing to do while we had some, no conventions going on. I think it was a good idea that people are trying to still have events, even though it's definitely not the same as going to a convention in person. So fingers crossed that things go good there. I got my tickets for that. I mean, they were free, but I signed up for that months ago. And I see we got, just looking through some of the different animes and stuff that have dropped. I've got shows to catch up on, including Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid and Drugstore in Another World. So I've got those to check out later on. And throw a question out to the chat there, Mario, and anybody else who's listening, if you did check out our Mashima Rush special, what did you think of it? I personally had a blast chatting with everybody. Sometimes it's felt a little bit chaotic, but I think it was a good chaotic. And, I know Mario had sent me a message after the show, and I thank you for that, Mario. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. But what was some of the highlights that you took away from it? And I know that there's a little delay. And I clicked over to check how much of a delay there is. And so if you heard any of the sound there, that was the delay. And so wait. Mario says it was amazing. I loved it. It was chaos, but the good kind. I really wish you'd do more like these because, well, we really don't have anime podcasts that do this sort of thing. It's something I'd like to do more. I haven't done a lot of. And as for a highlight, I'd say everyone interacting with each other con style. You don't get that on a lot of podcasts. Yeah, that's what I wanted to try to do. I'm hoping to do more anime related specials in the future. We've done I think that was number 5 or 6. So I haven't done a ton of them, but bringing multiple voice actors together from one show, I think is a great thing because it gives the fans out there a chance to learn about the people who helped create your favorite shows, whether it's the voice actors or whatnot. I mean, I'd love to get more directors on. I'd love to get more engineers, people behind the scenes. And getting messages on YouTube. I'll check that out after the fact, after we're done here. And see a couple of people that are tuning in. So a big hello to everybody out there who is tuning in. Happy to see you all here. Hopefully you're enjoying the stream tonight. If you do enjoy it, like I said, hit the like button, subscribe to us down below. our goal is going to be trying to hit. I mean, I know it's a small goal to start off with. We are going to try to hit 200 subscriptions by the end of the year. Pretty much just because we're starting out to put regular content on the page. We've been around for a while. It's been slow going. A big thank you to everybody out there who, if you have subscribed already, we're up to 60. And so I want to see if we can get 140 more subscribers by the end of the year, and help us do that. You know, if we hit our goal, we will do something special. I love giving back to the community. Mario, for one, can vouch that I love the fans who tune in every week. I love doing things for you guys, giveaways, guest co-host spots for voice acting guests and things of that nature. Even having Mario up on there, and Mario says YouTube always recommends me the interview you did with Carrie for some reason, where you can barely see her. That video, unfortunately, the way the room was set up, the windows were behind her, and we did it in 3 parts off of my wife's camera. So we had a great time with Carrie. It was a fun panel. We've since had Carrie on the show, and she was definitely a lot of fun to chat with. I know that the video quality is not the greatest because the lighting sucked. Let's not sugarcoat nothing. The lighting sucked in it because she's standing in front of windows, and it would have been better if they were covered, but they weren't. And you live and you learn. We'll figure out better camera angles for future conventions and everything. We have other awesome videos up on our YouTube channel. You can check out if you're a fan of Steven Universe. You can see some of the interviews and press conferences that we've done with different voice actors from that show. We have interviews with different vendors from Kineticon, which Kineticon will be coming up here in about 6-7 weeks, I think. My God, time flies. And so looking forward to everything that's going on. Just saw that press passes have gone up for Kineticon. So we're trying, fingers crossed. It would be wonderful to get back and continue to cover that awesome convention. Even if we don't get it, we're still going to cover it. We just won't have as much good access as we have in years past. We're also excited for AAC to come back. I know Bakuretsucon and Anime-Zing both have canceled for 2021 to have more time to prepare for 2022. And so we got a lot of good stuff that's in the works. And we did book another guest in September. And that guest is somebody who had joined us recently. And I thought it would be fun to bring her back to talk about more of her career other than just Howen. And Macy Ann Johnson's going to be joining us September 19th. Definitely you want to be here for that show. That show is going to be fantastic. It's going to be so much fun. If you have been a fan of us on Blog Talk, it saddens me to say, like I said, I have deleted everything off of Blog Talk Radio, canceled the subscription, and so that whole thing is down. If you are interested in any of the old shows that we have done, I do have them saved. I've got to do some editing to edit out commercials and things of that nature, and hopefully we'll be able to get those uploaded here on the channel in the near future. That's just going to take a lot of time due to the fact we have 260 plus episodes. And getting ready to join
as a radio show. Oh, give me a sec, Doug.
Okay. So, well, it's not quite ready yet, so we'll drop him back down. We'll bring him on in just a minute. I thought he was ready. So, that was a brief glimpse of our co-host, Taryn Starling, in the middle of chatting with people, always busy, and we have a lot of ideas of stuff, like I said, that we want to do, including the possibility of doing some broadcasts where we review animes that we've watched, which may include other people coming on to join Darren and myself. I hear noise behind me, and the cat's on the couch. And hello, Electman. Thank you so much for tuning in. What was that? That's Rob. I know. Hello, Rob. Looking forward to seeing you again at conventions. I mean, it's been a weird couple of years with the lack of conventions and events and everything, and so many of our friends out there that we haven't been able to see. It's it's gonna be fun to get back together. And just letting Darren know to message me when he's ready to come back on, and we will bring him back up. And he says, "Can't wait for the time skip to end." I hear you. I mean, it's been crazy. We've done the best we could. Thankfully, we have had a. Still been able to get our anime fix, and our figure fix and stuff. Trying to find a card here. There it is. Fortunately for us, there is this store here that is not too far from us. It's kind of blurry, but it's Black Knight Anime Games and More, where we've gotten quite a few figures this year. With the lack of conventions and stuff, they always seem to have some great stuff that they get in. And we've known the owner of the store for a while. The owner of the store used to be the head of the con called Bakuretsu Con out in Colchester, Vermont. And now she has her hands full with the Black Knight Gaming, Anime Games and More. And good people. Love going there. Love chatting with them. I know, like I mentioned before, Bakuretsu Con is on hold this year. They will be returning next year. So looking forward to seeing what they come back with. Hopefully they get some good people. They always seem to bring in some really cool guests. I know we've seen Monica Rial there, Terry Doty. We missed the year that Anthony Bowling was there. Sarah Wiedenheft was there the last time that we went. So we got to, meet the English voice of Toru from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. So a lot of cool things. They always have a really good cosplay contest, and they always put on one of my favorite events at conventions, the charity auction. That's usually what I try to save the most money for, is the charity auction, because you can find some really cool stuff and sometimes get it for a pretty cheap price. I know the first year I attended Bakuretsu Con, they had the Girls in Panzer DVD in English. Hadn't even been released yet to the public. And, hadn't even been released to the public. And they put it up in the charity auction. And I knew that was going to retail for about $80, and I happened to win it for $40 before you could buy it. So that was a really cool thing. I still have it on my shelf of anime DVDs over there, and lots of cool stuff. So waiting for Darren to see if he is at the ready. We'll just have him unmute the mic when he's ready. And glad that he's able to join us. So that's going to be fun, and it's going to get crazy when we bring in more and more guests. And oh, would you look at that? I didn't realize that the background was still up there. You can't really see it well. Didn't even know that was up there. That's pretty cool.
I got a really good day.
Almost done, Doug.
No problem. That's why this is a test show. It's not official. Like I said, this is more of just an introduction to who we are. Expect a lot of chaos, a lot of fun. Hopefully, with a switch to YouTube, it will limit the chance of the typical glitches, the typical chaos that would happen, the disconnections and stuff. So fingers crossed, but technology, you never know. You really don't. And so out there in the chat, how have things been for you guys? How's the stream sound to you? Hopefully we're coming through good. Hopefully things aren't too crazy or messed up. I kind of really like that background. The more I stare at it, it's like I have Howen's face right there. I wish that I could drop these windows down so you could see the faces of all four girls a little bit better. It was just a random backdrop that I picked. Still learning some things. Coming in loud and clear. Thank you, Mario. And says looks and sounds good from Rob. So thank you, Rob, for coming in tonight. And hopefully it's going to be easier to access the show now for our fans. I know Blog Talk was kind of restrictive. A lot of people said that they couldn't tune in unless they signed up. And a lot of times people just don't want to sign up for something they're not going to use on a regular basis. I think most of us use YouTube on a regular basis. I watch it almost daily. So, yeah, that makes sense to come over to Blog Talk and have some fun. Or leave Blog Talk, come over to YouTube and have some fun. I guarantee you I will have many slip-ups saying Blog Talk because I've done it for 5.5 years. We started on Blog Talk back in 2016, February of 2016, and up until this past Sunday, we were part of the network. I'm going to have some work I need to do to figure out how to get some sound bites up and be able to play different clips, some of our show IDs and things like that, because I have such a library of show IDs, and a big thank you to all of the amazing voice actors who have contributed to that. And people like Todd Habercorn and Megan Shipman, who provided multiple show IDs. We had CL Phantom Hive. Brina Valencia did a great job to provide us that, and Kylie Stewart with Momo. So many good IDs and stuff. I don't want to lose those. I have to edit them so that they don't say Blog Talk Radio. So some of them might sound a little weird, but we'll have to do that, and we'll see if we can get some more things. And Electman says I'll be able to watch more with YouTube. I lose connection with Blog Talk all the time. Never have an issue with YouTube. So looking forward to, like I said, this is going to be better for us. It's going to help us grow. And if you've enjoyed the shows in the past, if you've enjoyed some of our content in the past, tell your friends. If they're anime fans, if they're gaming fans, if they're cosplay fans, have them subscribe to the channel. Have them come in, check us out, give us an honest look, and like I said, we want we want 200 subscribers by the end of the year. I know it's a small number, but we're just really starting out. If we can crush that number, then we'll look at doing some major giveaways and things like that. But if we hit that number, we will definitely do something special. I've got to figure out exactly what I want to do. And I see the tail of the cat behind me over my shoulder. And for those of you who don't know, now he's hiding. But on the couch there, you can barely see the ears, is our cat Eins. And he wants to, I guess he kind of wanted to say hello, but get camera set up. So, like I said, this isn't our first official show. This is more of a test, more of a little bit of history of the show. And once Darren is freed up, he'll come on. We'll have him introduce himself to everybody and tell him a little bit about himself. Like I said, with the start of Anime-Zing Radio basically started thanks to Paranormal Talk Radio that I used to be a part of, and we went from there. Talked to many authors, talked to many paranormal researchers and ghost hunters and cryptozoologists and demonologists and that whole crazy world of stuff. Made a lot of friends through that world. Got to talk to some of the TV celebrities, including Joe Chin. Got to talk with Barry Fitzgerald and so on and so forth. So a lot of crazy things that have happened. Another good thing about YouTube is I don't have to bug people for contact info anymore. And, it kind of handcuffed us on the guests that we were able to get because there were certain people who weren't comfortable giving out certain types of contact info. Totally understandable. This is going to be a lot easier where we can send them a link to click and they can just pop in and join us. So I think it's going to definitely be a better thing for us here to be a part of YouTube as opposed to the old Block Talk Radio. Plus, if the shows run longer than the 2 hours that we used to do, we're not limited by, okay, you have to cut off, because I think this could go up to 4 hours, which would be great for conventions, where we could have a table set up. We could do live video feed right from the convention, right from the table, just show what's going on. And I think that'd be a lot of fun. And the background behind me will change from time to time. So it's not always going to be the Mashima girls. That was just like the most recent picture that I had saved on the computer to put up there. We'll put different things up and just a lot of random stuff that we'll be doing. So I know I'm excited about conventions coming back. Rob, we're going to be seeing you at AAC, I believe. Coming up, when is that? October? I think it was October. But we do have a couple of shows, or a couple of weeks that we will not have live shows. August 22nd, we will be in Pennsylvania, so I won't be doing a live show on that Sunday. September 12th, we will be traveling back from Connecticut, so we're not going to do a live show that night. However, we may try to do some broadcasting during the day. So, fingers crossed. As for the 22nd, we may try to pre-record something and air it that night, just because we're going to have the options of doing that now a little bit easier than we used to. So definitely stay tuned. Anything can happen, especially we're here on YouTube now. anything can happen. I just got right in the schedule here. That's Kineticon that weekend. And I'm excited about Kineticon. If you've been a fan of the show, if you've listened to past shows, Kineticon is going to be huge this year. They've got so many amazing guests from the voice acting world. Not just anime, even though the anime voice acting list is astronomical, to say the least. They also have all the voices of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are going to be there. That's all 4 turtles. They have Monica Rial's going to be there, Todd Habercorn, Alexis Tipton, Caitlin Glass, Jeremy Inman, Eric Vale, Sarah Wiedenheft, and that's just to name a few. And I think they might have like over 20 voice actors that are going to be at Kineticon this year, so it's going to be huge. I think a lot of them are just happy to get back out and be with the fans, and that's one thing that I love about being able to talk to the voice actors that we've had on the show is everybody's so nice. Everybody has been amazing to chat with. I am really excited about having Macy Ann Johnson coming back on the show on September 19th. It's going to be fun to talk with her about her career as a voice actress, all the stuff that she's done outside of Show by Rock. I mean, Show by Rock was the big selling point for us because I'm a diehard fan of it. I mean, characters are adorable. The music is fantastic. What more can I say about Show by Rock that I haven't already said? If you haven't seen it, check it out. It's not your typical music anime. It's not an idol show. It's not Love Live. It's not like K-On! It's not Zombieland Saga. They include all different types of music. And apparently, Darren's not around at the moment, so hopefully he'll be back. Oh, there he is. He was there. He was gone. He came back. He's still learning things too, so this is new for both of us. This is only a second or third time that we've used it together. I've played around a little bit more so I could figure things out. But hopefully he'll be able to join us here shortly. And maybe he'll Nico knee his way in.
No.
He was listening. That's hysterical. So apparently he doesn't want to Nico knee. But I think this is going to be fun to bring different people on, instead of have the video side of things.
I agree.
And Darren's destroying stuff. Yay, destruction!
Yeah, I'm destroying blades of grass and yellow jackets. So, sorry, me and a customer got talking about a lot of stuff, and basically he would be down to help me run my business.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And with the way things are going with my day job, it's getting to where it's gotten to the point where another bombshell was dropped today. Then I'm gonna be like, yeah, bye. Hold on. Let me see if this will switch to the truck.
All right. And the fun stuff of live video shows now. I mean, podcasts, we're doing stuff live. We've always done stuff live. Now you can see my reactions when things are going crazy.
All right, let's see if this works.
And there's no video with Darren right now because I believe he's on his phone.
Okay. There we go. I managed to figure out how to switch it to Bluetooth in the truck. So.
Yay!
So, like I said, I had a customer Real nice guy. He said, "Yeah, I'd be more than happy to help you grow your business if you want to." And I kind of find out he knows quite a lot of the same people I know. So I'm like, game on.
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying for a long time, Darren, that you need to focus less on the day job and more on your business, because that's where the real money is going to come in, is your business. And as you've said, the day job has just been draining you constantly. And I don't even care about how it affects the show. I'm more concerned about how you feel, because you've been drained for a while. You've been exhausted. You were sick for a while. And just, I think it's all from overdoing it.
I'll agree to that.
And for the listeners out there that have been a part of Anime-Zing Radio for a while, there have been times when Darren has fallen asleep because of getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, working a 12, 14 plus hour day. And, by the end of the day, you're wiped. The fact that Darren comes on and is able to contribute as much as he does on the days that he's just wiped is, it's huge. And I appreciate it. I know what it's like to work the schedule that you have been working. It put me in the hospital for dehydration and exhaustion once. So I know what it's like. That's why I tell you to kind of pace yourself if you can. Because I've been there, and it sucks.
Well, I'll say this. I was a lot happier while I was on vacation, setting my own schedule. And basically, I was still getting up in the morning and going out for the day between 8 and 10 o'clock in the morning, getting home at 9 o'clock at night. But I could do more after I got home, for the simple fact I could stay up later because I didn't have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I found myself way more productive too.
And if you get rid of the day job, you don't have to worry about bosses being mad at you for oversleeping.
Yeah, I just got to worry about customers being mad at me for not getting there when I said I would. But so long as I show up at the end of the day, for the most part, they don't care. There's a few that do, but of course you put them later in the afternoon. That way you can get to
them. Exactly.
And about to say, you make your own schedule.
But we're having fun. A big thank you to everybody who's been tuning in tonight in the chat room. Hello to Mario and Rob, who have been chatting in the chat. It's great to see the interaction. It's one thing I miss, because we didn't have a lot of it with Blog Talk. And I'm hoping that the switch to YouTube as well is going to bring more people in, get more people talking. I like seeing an active chat room. I mean, it may seem like it distracts me, because you'll see me constantly look at the chat to see what's going on, but I love the interaction with the fans, with the people tuning in. We will be pulling more questions from the chat that come through when we have the guests on.
Ironically, the guy I was actually just with was explaining to me how he did his own research about how to utilize Google and YouTube's ads to basically work more viewers to your website, or in this case, to our show. So he said, if you want a little help with that, I can give you a couple tips or give you some direction as to how to do that too.
Oh, definitely. Let's grow this thing.
I mean, yeah. About to say, give me two sources of income and also two sources of enjoyment.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't have huge goals set right now for the show, but like I said, if we can hit 200 subscriptions by the end of the year, I will be happy. I want to see, active chat room. I mean, I want more than that, but a good starting goal. We're just starting out to fully like focus on the YouTube side of things. So we're not going to hit 1 million subscribers overnight. But if we can hit 200 by the end of the year, that'll be fantastic. If we hit more than that, we're going to have some big, rewards to the fans who subscribe.
Hey, I got an idea. Buy one of Mr. Beast's shirts and put Anime-Zing Radio on it, and it'll appear in the video, and it may get people checking the thing out.
Sounds like a good idea. You hop right on that.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be throwing $60 at that ASAP. I mean, not that I wouldn't mind another sweatshirt, though. I will admit that. I'd love some anime-themed sweatshirts and shirts in general.
Then you need to look at things like the Otaku box, and that's another thing that we could talk about down the road too. Is the those mystery anime boxes that are out there. You have the Loot Crate, Otaku box, Akibento, a lot of them out there. I've gotten some from those 3 companies I have subscribed from in the past, and a lot of the shirts I'm wearing, including the one I'm wearing now, I have gotten out of those boxes. I always laughed because when I was younger, I always wore a lot of sports shirts, whether it be racing, baseball, football, whatever. It was a lot of sports themed shirts. As I've gotten older, it switched to anime.
Well, I'll admit a lot of my sweatshirts in high school, there were a lot of like NC State. I think I had a LSU one that my mom found on the discount rack, or I also have my Florida State one. And then a lot of my other ones were like, honestly, Snowshoe Mountain, West Virginia, where we go skiing every year. That was bulk of the other. And same thing with a lot of the T-shirts I wear. It's either that or farm equipment type stuff, because I do a lot of work out in the yard.
So now I just got to focus on some more anime stuff, and we're going to be trying to work little by little on upgrading the gear, getting, right now I'm wearing a Colorado Avalanche hat. Eventually I will have, once we have our new logo finalized and completed, we're going to be getting new business cards. I want to get a hat, at least 1 or 2 hats with the logo on there, just for more promotions of the radio show and stuff like that. And
speaking of business cards, I need to take a seat one of these days this week and redesign mine.
Yeah.
And also, I might, in the process, I might design my own AZR card.
If you want to, go right ahead. Like I said, we are going to be on the way of redesigning the logo. So Leanne was just taking a little bit of a break after the big crunch for the event that we had last Saturday, and she's going to be sitting down within the next week or 2 to try to design a new logo for AZR. And I told her we're going to keep the same basic character. So Anime is going to be here, but she may have different outfits. And I told my wife to make it stuff that, she might enjoy cosplaying in the future. Because if we have
put her in Zenobia's battle suit with Durandal in hand.
If you have ideas, shoot them to Leanne.
Well, sorry. There was something about her uniform that from season 2, when during her introduction, that was just appealing. I still need season 5. Oh, I was able to catch up on some shows last night.
Sweet.
I caught up on Slime.
Okay. Yeah, I've got to once we end here, probably not go too much longer. I didn't expect to be going as long as we've gone already, almost an hour now. God, time flies when you do this. Really, just right through. But gonna watch.
And you spent most of the time without me because me and my customer were yakking each other's heads off.
It happens. I know, like I said, they Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid just dropped a new episode, and Drugstore in Another World, so I'll be watching that. I also was revisiting last night and this morning. The Saint's magic power is omnipotent because it's dropped in English now. I've watched it fully in Japanese. Now I want to check it out with the English dub. They've only got 2 episodes dropped in English, but
Girlfriend.
No, that's not one that I have started yet. I'm not even sure where I can find that.
I'm pretty sure that's Crunchyroll.
Okay, yep, Crunchyroll. I see it there. I've got that one to watch. I've got.
It should be under. It should be under Kanajo Mo Kanajo or Girlfriend.
Yeah, it's girlfriend.
Basically.
Oh, we're break.
After feelings for kind of turning him down for years, and then no sooner does he do that than this girl confesses to him, and he doesn't want to turn her down. So he basically double dates with approval from both girls.
That's kind of a crazy idea.
Well, you want to hear something crazier? That was announced for 2022, I believe.
You're going to be in that same situation?
No. That would be a nice problem to have in its own right, but at the same time, no.
One of them is going to be Nico, and one's going to be Zenobia.
Remember the dumpster fire that Giga loves so much in Domestic Girlfriend, where the guy gets together with what ends up becoming his stepsister? All right, Lenny.
Yep.
Well, let's just say, how would you react if instead of falling in love with your stepsister, how about you dating somebody, you break up with them, and then find out that they're going to be your stepsister? So basically, your ex becomes your family.
That is kind of weird.
Well, hey, it's Japan. What do you expect?
It is Japan. I enjoy watching a lot of videos from Japan, a lot of different podcasters and different shows. And I was throwing ideas out earlier, Darren, about doing like YouTuber reviews and things like that. I know that there's a lot of videos out of reaction videos to specific YouTuber videos, but I was toying with the idea of, YouTubers that we enjoy. This isn't a bash session. We're not going to be like, this person is horrible, never watch their channel because they're just complete and total a-holes or whatnot. I want to find the YouTubers that we enjoy watching and, do a little promotion, maybe have them on the show or whatnot. What's your thought on something like that?
I got a piece of advice for you.
Yeah.
Go watch some of Mr. Beast's original videos, and he did something very similar. He would talk about other YouTubers, break down the statistics of what they talked about and their viewership and all kinds of other stuff. It was actually kind of interesting.
That is kind of neat. I don't know if I have the time to delve into it that much, but it was more of, okay, this is a YouTuber I enjoy watching. This is why. This is stuff they cover. Check them out. and
Yep.
thinking the videos being 10, 15 minutes, shorter videos, things like that. Because like the two of us, we can talk for hours.
Oh yeah.
Especially if we
and
get off on
I
a
feel like
tangent.
I feed the conversation. Yeah. I feel like I'm the one that feeds the conversation more than anything.
Well, I think it's good to have a second at least one other person on, because when you're talking to yourself, you feel like you run out of stuff to talk about.
Very much so. Which is why I better not fall asleep this week.
Well, we're gonna make you turn your camera on so everybody can see you.
Aw, but okay. I'll get out the Rias blanket and see if I can put my Dakimakras propped up beside both of me on the couch. That way you'll get 3 faces.
That's okay. I've been toying with the idea of putting different figures up on the desk, and that way because I did that when I was on Victory Condition Gaming's Chaotic Goodcast podcast. I actually had both Malim make an appearance at one point and Megamin.
All right, trash taste.
Hey, it's all good. Maybe I'll pull out some other figures. Maybe I'll pull out some of the Nendroids.
Nah, I'm talking about that's what they did.
Oh, I know. I kind of like.
I wasn't trashing. I wasn't trashing your taste.
Oh, I know. They have the trash taste, not us. We just copy it, and
pretty much. We just agree with them.
Pretty much. Like the Malim figure that I have, they actually got from a challenge they did, and I think it would be a fun challenge to do, actually, if we were all able to get together and have, I don't know if we would all be able to get together at the same con and have a $500 spending limit to try to get the best, figures and anime merchandise that you can from the different booths and things, but I think that would be a lot of fun.
I'd love to do something similar, but I need that kind of money to throw around first.
Exactly.
I ain't had that luxury this year.
I'm hoping to that there's a big event or a big event that we heard about that's going to be going on August 15th, where the girls from Mashimaresh are going to be doing a live autograph signing. Links are up. Check our Facebook page, facebook.com/Anime-Zing Radio, for information on the signing event that's going on. Giovanni Cruz, Emmy Lowe, Macy Ann Johnson, Lindsay Shepard, and Megan Shipman will all have stuff up for sale. There are some limited edition holograph prints that they're going to be autographing for fans. Prices range depending on what you're looking for. Definitely check it out. I really wish I had the money to get all of them. Unfortunately, like Darren was saying, we just don't have the money to get everything we want, especially where, in my case, we're saving up for Kineticon in a couple of months, and you are focusing on business expenses and getting that up off the ground to where hopefully in the near future you will have that kind of money to throw around.
Well, honestly, a lot of my stuff is more or less going toward my mortgage at the moment, but yes, I did have some business expenses in the form of my laptop because I did need something.
And then, a couple of weeks from now, we'll hear you bought another tractor and another mower. And
well, I haven't bought any mowers this year. Only small handheld equipment, and I barely, in comparison to what I've spent in years past, I ain't hardly spent anything this year. I haven't had a need to. Not yet.
That's a good thing.
Yep. So basically, the more I can focus on my mortgage and get it paid off, then the better off, I think the better off a position I'll be.
And I want to ask
I'll admit, I like that. I like the house. I like the neighborhood. I wouldn't mind actually owning this house.
nothing wrong with that. And then there was light.
Pretty much.
And messages coming in fast and furious. So Leanne just messaged me. I guess she checked out a new anime movie called Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop.
Okay.
Have you heard of that?
Nope.
She said the movie was definitely worth the watch. Feel good, cute, wholesome. So let's see here. Do this.
I'll say this. Anime movies are something I rarely check out unless they're tied to a series I'm actually watching.
So I sent you the ANN link that she sent me. I didn't look at the link, but figured I'd pass it on so you could look into that too. If you guys in the chat, if you have heard of this movie or have seen it, let me know. Let us know what you thought of it. Words bubble up like soda pop. So it's plot summary: words and music bridge the gap between Cherry, a boy who is terrible at communicating with other people, and Smile, a girl who hides behind a mask. They meet in a mundane suburban shopping mall in a provincial city. Cherry always wears headphones and puts the feelings he cannot utter into his hobby, Japanese haiku poems. Smile always wears a mask to conceal her large front teeth, for which she has dental braces. As a popular video star, she streams a video about seeking cuteness. So that's the plot summary of the show. Seems kind of interesting, a little bit different. Like I said, if you out there have seen it, let us know in the comments. Either comment on the video while it's live, or let us know if you're watching it after the fact. Tell us what you think of the stuff going on. If you've been enjoying the show, if you have ideas, and Darren, one thing that's going to be fun with the video feed now, people can watch me get distracted. Before it was just like, oh, squirrel, and I just had to announce that I was getting distracted. Now people can actually see me like get distracted by random stuff. This is gonna be weird.
Well, that's the thing about video.
And that's a fun thing about video. Get to see a ceiling fan.
Thank you. I'm kind of eating off camera because it's rude to eat in front of the camera.
Yeah, that's why I'm not eating anything. I just have a drink because I usually need a drink while sitting at the computer for a while. But I think we're going to be ending the broadcast here shortly. I hope everybody enjoys what Anime-Zing Radio is planning on bringing here on YouTube. obviously, as the days go by, I learn more about the software that we're going to be using, and I figure out how to do more things. We're going to probably have more videos that we can include. We want to try to figure out how to get a soundboard on so I can bring back the show IDs. We're not going to be doing commercials anymore like we were on Blog Talk. So, and like I said, we're going to be switching things up when we have guests on. We're going to bring them on at the start of the show, and we're going to have them hang with us until they are ready to leave. So, could be an hour, could be 90 minutes, could be 2 hours. It all depends on the people we bring on, how much fun they're having. And so there's going to be some changes to the format. It's going to be a big learning curve for us, and as well as the guests and for our regular fans. So bear with us if we have a lot of mistakes or if we look like complete total fools, because we got a lot of stuff that we got to learn. The video side of things is something brand new, and I think that's going to be a fun challenge for us, Darren. I'm up for the challenge. Are you?
Most definitely. I'm looking forward to it. And
it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun to be like, oh yeah, check us out on YouTube, because people will be like, oh, I know YouTube. But, not everybody knew Blog Talk, but yeah, we know YouTube. Okay, here, check us out.
I was about to say, before you, I'd never heard of Blog Talk, so
I really think we're gonna do some growing, and hopefully our fan base continues to grow. Because I, like I've said before, I love the interaction of the people in the chat room. I love seeing them chat. I love having them ask questions of us and our guests and everything. So the sky's the limit now that we're on YouTube. Plus, through the system that we're going to be streaming through, I can stream to multiple platforms, not just YouTube. I could add it onto Twitch if I wanted to. I could add it on to Facebook if I wanted to. So it could end up being really crazy if we decide to expand to other ventures.
Okay, Doug, no offense, but you sound like you're underwater right now.
I don't know if that's my side or your side. How does it sound to the listeners out there?
It might be. Mario, guys, is he sounding like he's underwater, or is this just my phone?
Electman says sounds fine.
Okay, so it's my phone.
And this is a cool.
Let me switch to Wi-Fi and see if that.
And this is a cool thing too, Darren, is when we have like cool comments and stuff that come up in the chat, I can just put them up on the screen here.
Sorry, I just switched to my Wi-Fi and it knocked me out.
Oh, good. But yeah, we're
right,
now able to.
Saying?
I was saying it's the cool. One of the cool things is, I can, if people have really cool comments or questions or whatnot, I can click it. I can click a button and pull them up on the stream, so I can read it right off the stream and everybody can see it.
Sweet.
So that's going to be a cool thing. And I know if I have any questions with some of the stuff behind the scenes, some of the programming and how to upload stuff, and I know I have people I can turn to. Douglas Shute said that he'd be more than happy to help because this is what he uses for his podcast, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Like I said, it opens up some new channels, some new opportunities. Even at conventions, we can live stream easier now. As long as we have internet connection, I'm going to put the StreamYard up on the laptop as well. That way, when we have the laptop with us at conventions, it's just connect and go. Put the camera on. Use the external camera. I can turn it around. People can see, what's going on behind, what's going on at the conventions, foot traffic, maybe interviews with different attendees or guests, or who knows what's going to happen. Could be a lot of fun.
Speaking of conventions, GalaxyCon's been getting some attention this year. I've heard even some of the local radio DJs been hyping up GalaxyCon, not so much for the anime voice actors that are coming in, but for a lot of the other people that are coming in. But they still do mention cosplay quite often.
I mean, cosplay is good. I think once the conventions start back up again, the diehard cosplayers have had a long time to work on stuff. I think these next few cons, we're going to see some amazing cosplay, and that might be something good to talk about on Sunday's show.
Oh, yes. I'm very much looking forward to some of the pictures that are going to be sent my way, are going to be shown, because I know there's a lot of AZ attendees that go to SuperCon. They either got to pick a convention or they are fortunate enough to be able to go to both every year. But from the way that even the media is hyping it up this year, it sounds like that they're trying to turn this into a really big event. So, I mean, it drew 50-something thousand in the 3 days it happened the other year. So let's hope it can draw as significant of a crowd again this year, despite what all is going on.
I'm curious to see what Anime Boston does next year. Fingers crossed, too, that we can get press. I mean, it's going to be a little tougher to get press right now, I think, where we're changing platforms. So it's going to be tougher because a lot of conventions, when you apply for press passes, want websites. They want links to past coverage if you've been press there prior and stuff. In which, with the switching from Blog Talk to YouTube, I have all the Kineticon review stuff on my external hard drive. It's just not out there for the public to hear outside of the videos that we have up here on our YouTube channel, which we actually have quite a bit of coverage from Kineticon.
Nice.
But it's almost 10 o'clock here. So I think that this is a good time to call it a night, which is our normal time to bid the fans and our friends farewell. I hope everybody out there has enjoyed this. I was not planning on streaming for, almost an hour and a half. I was expecting 20, maybe half hour.
Doug, whenever we plan something, just triple the time that we expect to spend on it.
Pretty much. But like I said, join us this Sunday when Darren and I officially kick off Anime-Zing Radio here on YouTube. This was just a fun test. If you watch the show, drop comments. Let us know what you think. Give us ideas, because we're always open to hearing what you have to say. And like I said, like the video, subscribe. We want to hit 200 subscribers by the end of the year. I want to hit more than that. So help us do that. Tell your friends. Recommend us to people. Recommend us in your Facebook groups if they allow it. Get Anime-Zing Radio out there. And we're going to have a lot of fun. We've got big guests that we are working on bringing on the show. So definitely see you Sunday. I hope everybody has a wonderful night. Until then, stay safe, enjoy the anime, and we'll see you here for more Anime-Zing Radio on YouTube.